Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Sean with Paycheck to Portfolio. Hope you're having a great week. Today, we're going to do a Spark to Fire Week 6 update. If you're new to my channel, all of my income goes into a brokerage account. I don't live out of a traditional checking account. I invest into long-term growth stocks and ETFs, closed-end funds such as Cornerstone, which we'll talk about this morning, and then high-yield funds, which obviously pay a dividend. So as I buy equities and they grow, and as my dividends snowball, essentially what that will do is it will set me free from a 9 to 5 job because it slowly snowballs over time and erodes my living expenses. So instead of investing just the leftovers, 5, 10, 15% on the back end, I'm investing everything, all of my income on the front end, staying fully invested. And then what my dividends don't cover, I float with a margin loan essentially so I can stay fully invested and I'm just simply tapping my own equity. If you look at the quote from Charlie Munger over on the right-hand side, he says something that I think is very important. The big money is not in the buying and the selling, but in the waiting. Everybody knows that if you invest $10,000 a year at 7% growth, in 30 years, you're going to have over $1 million. That's a tried and true concept. That's why we have 401ks. That's why we have other forms of investments, whether they're IRAs, 401ks, Roth, things like that. So all I'm doing is taking a tried and true method with compounding, and I'm front loading it on the front end instead of just investing the leftovers on the back end, which can set me free in 5 to 7 years versus say, 30 years. Unfortunately, most people retire in their 60s, and then the average life expectancy is mid 70s. And then unfortunately, folks pass away and they don't have time to enjoy their life. I'm trying to flip the script on that with the Paycheck to Portfolio method. And with this Spark to Fire series, I'm trying to show you how to start from scratch with a small account. And we'll walk through that step by step this morning. Jumping into the portfolio update, you can see this is last week's Spark to Fire Week 5 portfolio update. If you want to check out all of these videos, you can go on my channel and check out my long form videos on Saturday with my $330,000 account that I'm living out of completely. Or you can start Spark to Fire Week 1 and go all the way through currently Week 6, which will debut tonight at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. But last week, you can see I was at $2,466 of net account value. The market's been pretty volatile lately, so the account was down $254 or 8.5%. That doesn't bother me. We're going to be doing a method called dollar cost averaging. What that means is we're going to be buying at the lows, buying at the highs, and over time that will smooth out volatility and take care of itself. I've been investing since 2008. When I first started investing, the housing crisis and market basically crash happened in '08. What I learned right away is you have to invest through those things and you come out of those corrections and crashes much stronger on the other side because you bought additional shares of good quality companies at steeply discounted prices. So that's last week's Spark to Fire portfolio. You can see over here I have this week's. Dividends have rolled in. I've transferred additional money. The market's starting to rebound a little bit. So you can see currently, as of this morning, the net account value is $2,783. You can see the unrealized gain is starting to work its way back up at negative 213 or 7% versus 8.5% last week. You can see the available for withdrawal went up from 794 up from 468 last week on the available for withdraw numbers right here and here. Again, that's because dividends have been rolling in and because I've made an additional transfer, which we're going to fully deploy this morning and talk about. If you go down to the dividend tabs below, if you look at the next 1 year, if you click on the estimated income tab within E-Trade, in the next 1 year, we're estimated to get about $692 currently of dividends from this starter portfolio. In my large portfolio, it's between $4,500 and $5,500 a year. And essentially, as this snowballs, that's what's going to erode our expenses in a good way and allow us to live free over time. And then if you look at the 1 month tab, you can see it's $62.76. So again, if you go to the estimated income tab in E-Trade, or any brokerage, what they do is they take the last distribution and they annualize that out over 12 months. And that's how you get your projection, but also how you get some of your ups and downs, ebbs and flows on your estimated income specifically. If you go to Snowball Analytics, they have a free tool here which you can plug in. You can see it grabs your current value here. It grabs your total profit. Now you can see that this looks even better at 6%, and as time goes on it will flip. But what Snowball Analytics is doing is they're layering on top the dividends that have been received. So obviously when you're getting those dividends, it's adding to your profit over time as the portfolio essentially grows and layers in another layer on top of that. And you can see the passive income percentage is currently 24.53% blended yield. And you can see Snowball Analytics is annualizing that out to $683.51. Below, you can see the 3 bucket methodology I talked about at the opening. You can see the growth bucket, the closed end bucket, and the high yield bucket. That allows diversification to happen. I have a background in business. I've worked in private equity. I have a master's degree in business. And what I've basically done in this concept is I'm treating the portfolio more like a business that creates equity and cash flow for me so I can live out of it and borrow against it, as opposed to a traditional investor that's just investing and waiting 30 years for that to grow and then retiring and trying to live off that. I'm flipping the script and trying to front load it with full investment, live out of it, to treat it like a business that grows and pays cash flow, and which will ultimately set me free from a 9-to-5 job. If you go to the business spread calculator, and this is available on our membership Discord, all of these resources are, you can punch in your own specific numbers here, but I've updated the current portfolio value, the current margin utilization. And again, the margin's basically nothing at this point because dividends have rolled in, which has paid down the margin balance. And then I had a $250 transfer that came in and paid down the rest of that. Now this morning, what's going to happen is I'm investing in the CLM and CRF, $250 in total, $125 to CLM, $125 to CRF, and then it's going to tap from that margin again and create that cycle of being fully invested on the front end. So that margin debt number will change when my investments go through this morning. You can see the blended yield here at 24.53%. We just talked about that. You can see the margin interest rate here. You can change that if you have a different interest rate if you want to. You can see the current equity is over 99%. Again, we're no longer living out of a checking account. It's no longer a dollar in and a dollar out. Trade your time for money, do the same vicious cycle over and over. Now it's a dollar in, fully invested, equity is accumulated, and the margin is ebbing and flowing with expenses and dividends coming into the system. That's essentially the paycheck to portfolio flywheel. When you look at the business spread, what that is basically your blended yield minus your margin interest rate is your business spread. Okay. When you look at annual dividends, again, this is the projection. Currently, I'm paying basically nothing in margin, but you will see the actual charge in transactions and how that works. You can see your net annual spread there at $682.60. And you can see the monthly net business spread there as well. Looking at the week 1 through 6 transactions, this is the neat part for me because you visually get to see it with the color coding. So when we opened up the Spark to Fire, the P2P starter account, P2P stands for Paycheck to Portfolio. If you hear me use that methodology, our community came up with that, and I think it's pretty neat. But when we opened up the P2P starter account, you can see the $2,500 came in here. You need $2,000 to open up a margin account. And then I used the $500 on top of that to get some margin cushion so I could start floating my bills. You can see I fully deployed and purchased assets with that $2,500. We're not just moving money into the brokerage to pay bills. We're moving money into the brokerage to be fully invested. And then what our dividends don't cover, we're using with margin to pay those bills, which you'll see visually here. So we fully deployed that $2,500. You can see dividends started to roll in immediately. You can see I transferred another $250 when I got paid into this account. You can see I fully deployed that $250 here into additional assets. You can see the dividends started to snowball some more as they came in with weekly and monthly payers over time, you'll see here. You'll see another transfer came in for $250. You can see I fully deployed that into additional assets. And then you can visually see how the dividends are snowballing over time and how that's compounding on itself and how that will set us free from a 9 to 5 job. If you look at the automated payments, these were bills that I used, and I used my E-Trade debit card to pay these bills. You can also use your routing and account number to pay these bills, but I paid a $263 electric bill, and then I paid a $46 water bill here, and you can see that that came out, and then you can see margin interest was applied for the month. It was only 7 days of the month, so it was a 54-cent cost. Now, obviously, that will change with a full billing cycle, but you can see how the ins and outs of the cash flow actually work. You can see dividends hit the account here again. And then up at the top, I want to show you something just to try to make it easier for you to understand. You can see these transfers here. And so when you start to use margin and you're living off of margin, you'll see that in your balances tab and in your margin tab. So anytime money comes in, whether it's dividends or a transfer, you'll see this transfer cash to margin. And what that does is any cash that comes in basically pays down your margin, which increases your equity. And then you're just redeploying that equity from that position at that point. So it's an accounting term. You can see it starts out as a negative number and then it goes positive and it pays down your margin balance. You can see another dividend came in here for 131. You can see again that negative 131 went to positive and it paid down the margin balance. You can see I transferred another $250 because I got paid again right here. So you'll see that up here, if you jump up above, that transfer came in and paid down the margin and went positive again, which is why I basically have 0% margin utilization right now, or very minimal utilization. Now, when the market opens here, and I buy CLM and CRF, I'm buying $125 of CLM and I'm buying $125 of CRF. That's going to pull back from my margin and fully redeploy that equity, just so you're clear on the money movement there. You can see Cornerstone came in and paid a dividend, and then that dividend was reinvested right here automatically. So I reinvest my growth in closed-end funds, and I take the high yield funds as cash, so it covers the margin interest rate and erodes away my expenses, which again will allow us to live free from a 9 to 5 job. As I've mentioned on numerous videos, I plan on giving this account to my 17-year-old daughter, Emma, who's getting ready to graduate before too long and go off to college. So she can live out of the account. She can be fully invested in the account. And maybe when she's, 30 or 35, maybe even younger, she'll be able to, work how she wants to work, to live the way that she wants to live from a freedom perspective, and have liberty without being tied up in the vicious cycle of trading time for money. If you look at the week 6 actions as we close up here, you can see my my debit card has been received, which looks like this. The routing number is all the same for E-Trade. So if you want to pay with an automatic transfer, you would just use the routing number. And your account number is what differentiates your account. And that is under your E-Trade total views tab. You can click the show your account number, and that's what you would plug in here to auto transfer for a bill. That's how I pay my mortgage and other bills. Again, we fully invest $500 a month. So the brokerage was opened with $2,500. That $2,500 was fully deployed. And then every month we're bringing in $500 and we're paying our utility bills with margin, which is allowing us to be fully invested and then floating our bills on the back end. Right now, I'm aiming for a 40-60 split. What that means is 40% is going to growth closed-end funds, which I drip, and then 60% is going to high yield, which I take as cash. The November bills were paid. The water bill was paid. That was $43. The electric bill was paid. That was $263. You can see the available for withdrawal amounts. Last week, it was $468.64. You can see this week it's $794.61. That's because dividends have come in and transfers have come in, which you've seen in the account on the prior tab. We talked about the margin calculator tab. Go check out Spark to Fire week 5 if you would like a refresher on that and how margin's calculated. And then again, this morning when the market opens here before too long, $125 is going to be purchased of CLM and $125 is going to be purchased of CRF. They pay an 18% dividend, drip that dividend down at the NAV, as I've mentioned. And then every year they have a rights offering on average. Some years they don't, but on average, they have a rights offering every year, which allows you to sell your shares at a high and buy back your shares at a low. We will notify people in the membership Discord when they file their paperwork to do that. Please make sure you have extended trading capabilities turned on in your brokerage account. So when we send out that notification, you're able to go on after hours and to make those after hours trades. I have a specific video on Cornerstone on my channel called How I Play the Cornerstone Rights Offering. Please check that out for additional information. Again, I have a whole lot of resources you can grab if you need additional info and help. I have a free starter kit here, which you can grab. All of these are under my pinned comments under every YouTube video. You can see you can book a one-on-one strategy call with me. You can join our private membership and Discord. That's over here. This is a snippet of all the channels, and we have more channels not shown above. But you can look at all the funds we're investing in. We have an international channel. We have folks living out of the account across the world. And then we have folks obviously in the country and across the world with different brokerage accounts, E-Trade, Fidelity, Schwab, Robinhood, Interactive Brokers. So if you're trying to figure out how to live out of your specific brokerage account or you need help, we have a robust community that can help you with that. And then if you need shoulder to shoulder white glove training and mentorship, you can set that up with me to where I'll spend a lot of time with you. I'll train you on the systems shoulder to shoulder and give you mentorship on how we can set that up from your specific situation. Again, all of that's under pinned comments under all of my videos. Over here on the right, I just wanted to pause here just so you have a chance to compare last week's balances tab. This was last Spark to Fire week 5 last week. So looking at the net account value all the way down, I've already covered this, but I just wanted to show it here so folks watching can pause this and see the effect of the account balances with the inflows and the outflows of cash. But what's changed is the dividends have come in. My 250 has been transferred in. It's going to be fully deployed this morning, which will put us back into using margin. But you can see over time, the account's going to grow with a velocity banking, velocity cash flow perspective, and snowballing our equity and our dividends so we can live free from our 9-to-5 jobs. Much faster than traditional methods. So if you found this information useful, please like and subscribe. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and we'll talk to everybody soon. Bye.